Oh my gosh, that wind today. Let's see here. How do I go live here? Okay. Do this, so we're gonna work to work. Okay, there we go. Tilt this back a little. This has got to be funny for anybody who is watching the stream that I just started. The other way. Okay, now we're going live on Facebook. Well, for this first one, I'm trying to get as many different streams as possible. After this, we are not going to do that much stuff because it's a lot. Oh, my mom's watching.
How's she doing?
She's doing pretty well.
Good.
She's scooting around, making progress. All right. And last one. We'll see how it goes. Then we got to get cracking. All right. I'll close that so I can see you in a hot second. And oh, look at the fun people who are joining. Kathy's here, Doug's here, Susan's here. My mom's on Facebook. I'm about to start Instagram. We're going places. This is going to be great. I'm going to do my last two shares here. Oh, that's going to be noisy. Share as. Oh my goodness gracious. We live. Why is this not just letting me share to my page? Okay, good. Share post with public. Hi, Steve. I love that it looks like you guys are outside, but you're not.
No.
Hi, Philip Wilson on Facebook.
Okay, would you do me a favor and
for those of you on Facebook, you don't know that you may not know that one of my streams is going to Zoom or from Zoom. And so I have some people in my like live studio audience here. I'm going to play music twice, once at the beginning and once at the end if we have time. I'm just going to ask those of you who are on Zoom, when I play, make sure that you mute your microphones if you're not using headphones so that there's not feedback. And I am going to go live on the Instagrams. and figure out where to put that. How about if I put it there? And it's going to look a little weird on Facebook and Instagram, but you know, Facebook and Instagram are weird. So we're just going to go with it. But welcome to my living room. And I'm going to bring you down a little bit. There we go. Oh, Kay Sanders is on Instagram. Hi, Kay. This is going to be fun. So, I'm going to try to make that work. On Instagram, all they're seeing is basically my chin up. So this will be an experiment. Now, as we are getting started here, I am going to play you a quick song that I wrote right here on this sofa a few years ago on my birthday. And I feel like it's pretty appropriate for these days right now where we are coming out of a long, cold, lonesome winter. And it feels a little bit like summer here in Stillwater today. So hopefully a few more people will join us. And then we'll get started. I got a lot to share and not a lot of time to share it in. So here we go. This is called Open. Open up the doors and let the light shine in. I've been waiting. Open up the doors and let the light shine in. I've been waiting. I know it's been a long, cold, lonesome winter, but Summerland is just around the bend. Shake off those dusty drapes and wipe away the cobwebs. It's time to bring this house to life again. Open up the doors and let the light shine in. I've been waiting. Open up the doors and let the light shine in. I've been waiting. Underneath the rug you swept your guilt and sadness. With it you slept all your hopes and dreams. Let's trade these hand-me-downs for blessed new beginnings. Take this dirty slate and wipe it clean. Yeah, you no longer need to hang your head in sorrow. You no longer need to hide the sins of your past. Don't have to condemn all your tomorrows. Let your inhibition fly and open up your heart. Let the light shine in. I've been waiting. Open up your heart and let the light shine in. I've been waiting. I know it's been a long, cold, lonesome winter, but Summerland is just around the bend. Shake off those dusty drapes and wipe away your sadness. It's time to start living your life again. Woo! Oh, we got a few more people. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, look at that. Fun people on Instagram, fun people on Facebook, and you're here just in time to see my shark fins. But you know what? I am just showing up 1,000% myself today because um, because that's what I do, first of all. Secondly, a musician friend whose car got totaled recently, I had offered earlier this week to help her get to a gig today. Yes, thank you, Gail. She just reached out to me like 2 hours ago and was like, I'm so sorry I never got back to you. I totally missed this. I need you to take me still to that gig in Tulsa if you're still willing. And so I literally in 20 minutes gotta like get this stuff rolling and like get out the door to help her because we got to help each other out whenever we can. So anyway, and I'm glad to do it. I'm actually thankful for it because those of you who know me well know that somehow, like for me, like time happens in like fast forward anytime I try to do anything live streaming or anything, and all of a sudden I blink and I've been talking for 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then so there was a very good chance that I would have trouble keeping to my time today. And so I'm like, whoop, all right, Kim, this is going to be my challenge. I got to be out the door at 3:00. So we're just going to get cooking. So thank you everybody who has tuned in, because I am just like super excited about a lot of things that are happening right now, some of which I can talk about today, some of which I can't. You're just going to have to wait and tune in another day. But I have 3 primary announcements to make today. And the first one is about shows. For those of you in West Texas, I'm coming your direction April 23rd and 24th. I'm going to be in Amarillo and Lubbock. And if you know anybody in those places, please send them my way. On Saturday, the 23rd, I'm going to be in Amarillo at the Golden Light Beer and Wine Garden, not the Cantina downtown. This is the Wine Garden on the south side, but super fun little place. And then I'm headed down to Lubbock to play at Cook's Garage, my first proper gig in Lubbock, which I'm very excited about. I set an intention at the beginning of the year to make new friends in Texas. And so far, it's happening. I'm making new friends in Texas, and now they're having me back to play gigs. So I'm also going to be heading to points all over Texas at the end of July. So if you know folks that way that you could maybe hook me up with or would want to be connected with me for shows, I'm still looking for gigs out there and am open to it. We have time to book those, not so much in April. But next up, Stillwater, or anybody around Stillwater. Very cool things this month. I already had like the huge privilege and pleasure of playing Payne County Pride yesterday, which was just like, it's totally worth the terrible sunburn I got. My mom's watching, so sorry, Mom. Don't be too disappointed in me because I had a sunscreen fail, but it was totally worth it because it was just a beautiful day with beautiful people, and just it was like a love bomb all day long, which was fun. But more cool stuff in Stillwater this month. I am very honored to have been asked once again to play Gypsy Cafe. It'll be the first in-person one since 2019. And if you're not familiar with Gypsy Cafe, or if you're not from Oklahoma, this is like a huge one-day festival of like, I think they have over 60 musicians this year. We play in the round in these tiny sets throughout the day. And it is all to raise money for Red Dirt Relief Fund, which is a phenomenal organization that supports Oklahoma musicians who have medical needs and trouble with their medical expenses. They come in and help with grants for that. So very important organization for Oklahoma musicians. And I'm super excited to be playing that again. I will be at George's Stables at 4:00 on Wednesday, April 27th. And then I'll be hanging out there all day because it's a party. It's a lot of fun. So, but then that Friday, April 29th, if you can get to Stillwater, if you're close enough, another performance I'm really excited about is I'll be playing at the Salty Bronx Saloon, which is this really cool venue that has opened just on the south side of the Strip, which is where kind of like the famous Stillwater bars and music venue bars are. And it's been opened by the members of the Great Divide, which are like one of the most famous bands from Oklahoma, have opened this bar. And it's kind of a red dirt tribute. They've got like, it's like a red dirt hall of fame. They're the pictures they have on the walls. And Kelly Green, who plays in the band, booked me himself. And I'm thrilled to have gotten on their schedule. And so I want to show them that I can bring the Oklahoma love. So if you are in the area and could join us on Friday night, April 29th, I would love to see you there. So the other last thing, this is a heads up for Kansas City people. I just found out this week that I get to open for my dear, dear friend from Colorado, Xanthi Alexis. If you haven't ever heard her music or been in her presence, like, she is just a magical human being and is doing a tour to support her album that was released during pandemic. She's finally getting out to tour it. And I get to open for her at Mini Bar, which is a cool little listening room on Broadway. And I woke up this week with this idea one day where I was like, what if we sold out the Mini Bar? Like, let's do it. It's like 100, I think 100 tickets sells it out. So I'm starting to plant the seed for my Kansas City people. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, July 19th, for what will for sure just be an evening of like beauty and magic with me and Xanthi. So I hope you'll join us. So if you never want to miss a show, sign up for Bands in Town. This is my little plug for Bands in Town, where you as a music lover can hop on and like basically follow all your favorite bands, your indie artists, your big bands, whatever. And anytime they are playing in the area, they will send you an email that says, hey, what's up? Rigby Summer's playing the listening room down the street from your house. You should buy a ticket and go. So joining my email list is awesome, but that's even better because they will make sure that you get the email the week of the show. There you go. Next up, time is moving quickly. So number 2, I have a new store on my website and I put some cool stuff that I designed in there. There's posters you can buy, and we are doing last call for geography tees. So if you love this t-shirt and you want to wear this t-shirt, and maybe you wear one of the tiny sizes that I keep selling out of, pre-order, because this will be the last time that I do it. So if you want to make sure that you get your size and you get your t-shirt, go online to my website, rigbysummer.com/store, pre-order the shirt. That cutoff is going to be April 19th. So just a couple weeks away. I'm also going to be offering potentially a couple darker colors because I know a lot of people don't love the oatmeal. So go online and pre-order those. I haven't put the new colors up. They will go up later tonight. But I'm also offering with that same pre-order my All Music Starts Local shirts. So, and t-shirt prices are going up. So it's really important that you pre-order so that I have a good idea of what people want. And that will also help me fund having merch on the road this summer. So pre-order, rigbysummer.com/store, and check out all the other cool stuff that I have. If you're in Stillwater and would like to not pay shipping and you want to come to one of those shows at the end of the month, we will have them in time for those shows. So just DM me if you don't want to pay shipping and we'll sort it out. Okay. Now the big announcement, the most important announcement, that now I have like 3 to 5 minutes to make, but it's super important. And I'm so doggone excited that my hair could be on fire and it wouldn't matter. I'm just that excited. So, for a lot of people, the pandemic was like a creative flurry. I was not one of those people. And during the pandemic, if I had had one more person come up to me and say, oh, think of all the songs you must be writing with all this time, I was going to punch him in the face. It was actually kind of the opposite. It was creative depression for me, is what I would call it, at least at first. But instead of letting that like totally get me down, I just ended up deciding to focus a lot of my time and energy on, like, I tried to think like, what will help me be more successful when I get on the road? Like this, if I'm going to have this creative rest, which is what I'd rather call it, how can I be most successful when it's time to get back on the road? So I spent a lot of the last couple of years pouring a lot of my investment into self-improvement around business, music business, business. And the most powerful thing that I was working on was really like deep money work and money stories, which is, that could be a whole live stream in and of itself. But with that, since the beginning of the year, I started pouring as much as my energy as I could into like really expanding my ideas around like what offerings and opportunities I might be missing as a musician. What are some other streams of income that I could be creating? And sure enough, I started out the year like super jazzed about it. And then bam, 2 weeks into the year, I got COVID. That ended up being a huge blessing because like it put me into like full rest most of February. But when I came out of that at the end of February, something clicked in my brain. It was like everything that I've been learning, it was like I saw the Matrix for the first time. And now like I sound like a broken record, but I'm so excited about things that are happening, stuff that I know is coming, opportunities that keep coming up, like opening for Xanthi and like reframes that I've had around dates that didn't work out, but it's because there were dates on the other side of the country that I was going to get offered. And it's like, this is where I thought I wanted to be, but this is where like things are opening and it's exciting. And I want to take you with me. So, I am another thing within this that I have often had, and one of these such people is on the call right now live, which is fun. But I, from time to time, have people come up and say, I believe in what you're doing. I believe in your message. I believe in your songs, and I want to be a part of it. I want to invest in it. Like, how can I do that? And in the past, I haven't had a way for people to do that. And so today's big announcement is that I am launching a voluntary subscription service. That's how Joe Pug refers to this. And I love that language around it, a voluntary subscription service through Patreon starting now. I feel a creative flurry coming on top of the cool things that I know are coming, the cool ideas that I have. I know that songs are coming. And in order to really push myself with that, I am going to be writing a song a week in April. And so besides the things that will be included with each tier of the Patreon for this first month, kind of the bonuses that the people who are the first to adopt my Patreon will get is number one, you're going to be the first to hear the new songs that come out. I will be posting them only on Patreon in April, which is going to be like really hard for me to not just share it with everybody, but I want to make sure that my patrons hear these songs first. I started already last week because I was short a song in order to apply for a songwriting contest that was happening. And so I put my nose to the grindstone and I finished the song, and by golly, I've decided after tweaking it this week, I think I actually like it. So I'm excited to continue writing and editing new songs and share it with my patrons first. And I also will be sending out to the patrons who come on board first in this first week or two, a link for those pre-order t-shirts that actually includes free shipping that will only be available to patrons. I will pay for your shipping as a thank you for being one of the first. So, my last thing that I want to say with this is that all the levels are sliding scale. So you're going to see in here some special benefits for people at the opening tier, which is $3 per month. Super simple. It's like less than a cup of coffee. And then the next tier is $33 a month. But if you're like, what if I want to invest at $15 a month? All you do is choose that first tier and punch in $15 and you can do $15. And I 1000% mean it when I say every little bit counts. this is a game of numbers when you're doing subscription service kind of things. And my first goal is just to get to 30 patrons or $300 a month. And I know that math doesn't work out with $3 per person, but I know that there are people who are going to be like, heck yeah, I want access to you for $3 a month. And there are going to be people who say, heck yeah, but I want to invest at $25 a month. And I 1000% mean it when I say all of you live rent-free in my heart. I am just so excited to have an opportunity for the people who kind of want to lean in closer to the cool things that I'm doing in the coming months and years for us to gather and to kind of like weed that out. And like, these are the folks who like really want to be close to what's happening here. So I am not going to go through the 3 tiers right now because y'all are grown-ups and you can read and we don't have time. So I am just really thrilled about this. You can find me on Patreon, just patreon.com/Rigby Summer. Don't worry, I will put that in the comments on Facebooks and all of the places for you later if that's too much, or you just go to rigbysummer.com. And on rigbysummer.com, you're going to see my store in the menu and you're going to see a link to Patreon in the menu. So just go to the website. It's all there waiting for you to join me. So that is my invitation and announcement today. There are 1,000 other things I could tell you about it and the ideas that I have for what we're going to do with the Patreon. But the most important thing with this is like I failed to mention earlier, I quit my job in November because I really felt the call to pour all of my energy into this work that I've been doing the last year or two, growing my business. And what Patreon, my goal for Patreon right now is just to give me a tiny bit of baseline income so that I can pour all of my gig income and my other music income into my business. So if you're wondering what's the point, that's my first goal, is to just give me a baseline, get 30 people on board with the cool stuff that's happening, and we'll grow from there. So anyway, and there's actually already a patrons only post up there. So the only way you can see it is to join. So join me. And with that, I'm going to play you the song that I wrote last week, a week ago today, just so I could get rejected from a songwriting contest, but I don't care because I kind of like the song. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and bearing with my excitement. I hope you're excited too. And I can't wait to see it out there real soon. Catch you then. This is called Lonely by Myself. I guard my heart, only those whose presence proves to be sweeter than my solitude may pass. With each fresh start, you did everything you could to convince me of the good you thought I'd see. Well, thanks for the offer, but I don't need your help. I can do lonely all by myself, all by myself. You call me cold because I won't tolerate this push and pull you always seem to throw my way. thanks for the offer, but I don't need your help. I can do lonely all by myself. Meeting you felt like coming home again to a place that I had never been. A random chance first encounter with a long lost friend. Then you were gone again. But thanks for the offer, but I don't need your help. I can do lonely all by myself. I guard my heart, only those whose presence proves to be sweeter than my solitude may pass. Thanks y'all for tuning in. I'm off to Tulsa. Have a great Sunday night.